Warning. The following content definitely contains spoilers and may or may not contain horrible puns, adult language, or violent outbursts. If you do not know how spoilers will affect you, please consult your nearest otaku. If you do not know how horrible puns will affect you, please consult the mistress herself, Barbara Punkelman. If you do not know how adult language will affect you, fuck off. And if you don't know how violent outbursts will affect you, grow a pair, you pussy. Hello, everybody. It's your man, John Mahawk 2694.
And Django Fett 23.
And Natsuji Goku.
Fuck you, Carrie. Fuck you, Miles. Fuck you, everyone at Rooster Teeth.
I'm so mad I'm breaking chopsticks.
Look, Miles, I get your life has been shit recently, but that does not mean you get to take it out on the rest of us. We're not starting without giving these assholes a proper ass beating.
3 nerds are gonna try and beat up a company. This is gonna be fun.
Listen up, assholes. I don't give a shit what you do with any other show on your goddamn channel. But the absolute second you start fucking with RWBY, I will find you. I will find the ones you love, and I will send you little pieces of them. I will take out your heart with the surgical precision of the dude from the Human Centipede, getting his organ removal techniques from the guy from Temple of Doom. If you don't fucking fix Season 4, I guarantee you won't be around to make a Season fucking 5.
Yeah,
Okay!
yeah.
We all take our psychotic breakdown differently.
I have no words in any way, shape, or form to respond to that.
Now, let us begin. Thank you, and please enjoy this Super Kame Anime production. Welcome to the RWBY Report, Episode 12, Volume 3, Season Finale, aka stapling our dick to a goddamn rotary saw.
That was a painful imagination. Yeah. Anyways, we start off with the fight between Cinder and Ozpin.
I'm just gonna say it right now, Ozpin, based on what happens later, Ozpin's probably the old man.
Cinder's using her full maiden powers, and Ozpin, I'm not sure what the hell he's doing. He's fucking a force field popping up, he's like moving at like RWBY speeds.
Yeah, that part where she was trying to punch him and then he battered her with his cane about 50 times, that was totally like the Matrix.
Yeah. It had the same like ripple effect, or whatever it's called.
We don't get to see how that one ends, though, but Oz obviously loses because Cinder's on her way to the top of the tower.
And cut to Pyrrha and Jean leaving the tower, I think. That happens next.
As Jean does what I thought he was going to do, he's like, what the fuck was that down in the basement? Pyrrha, seeing that Cinder is going to the top, says, there's no time. Then she kisses Jean!
Pyrrha, I won't let you do...
I'm sorry.
She kisses him, it was awesome! But then every gear in my brain after she kissed him went, fuck.
And then she pushes him into the locker.
And sends him away. He could have helped you, you stupid...
You can't even say it, dude.
No, I can't say it. I can't bring myself to say it against my favorite character. But he could have helped you!
All honesty, I mean, yes, Jean has been improving. All honesty, though, he probably would have just gotten the crap kicked out of him and sent down to the bottom of the tower.
If anything, he would have jumped in front of the arrow and saved her.
Yes, that's true. I can see that happening.
Getting a bit ahead of ourselves, are we?
He started it.
I did. Don't kill me. I just got a new door.
RWBY finally sees what happened to her sister. Blake blames herself. RWBY and Weiss decide to go back because a mandatory evacuation is happening, but Jean and Pyrrha are still MIA.
Jean calls.
And he's finally gotten it through that thick fucking head of his. After all this time, he's finally gotten it through his head. But too little, too late, you blonde fucking noodle.
Don't worry about me! Please, you have to save Pyrrha.
We will. Are you okay?
And RWBY says, "Are you okay?" Jean screams, "I don't care about me, just save her." And then he throws his scroll and starts crying. So Pyrrha, using her polarity, rockets an elevator to the top of the tower. Oh, and by the way, Cinder can control the dragon.
I'm not sure if it's control, but she can communicate.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I was a little confused when that happened. When it started to calm down when it looked at her. I think the dragon was more afraid of Cinder's power, full Fall Maiden power.
Pyrrha gets to the top and has an admittedly badass fight. She loses her sword.
Only barely doesn't even have her shield. She takes all the junk in the area and uses it as her weapon.
After the dragon had come through and crashed through the tower.
And then, because Pyrrha's based off of Achilles, Cinder shoots her in the frickin' ankle. And Pyrrha, like the goddamn goddess she is, looks Cinder dead in the eye and asks her, "Do you believe in destiny?"
She looks down and just says,
Yes.
RWBY has a bright idea. Weiss sends glyphs up the side of the tower, just like she did with the Nevermore, and RWBY starts running, but she's not fast enough.
And there's Cinder with a bow and arrow.
I can't even fucking say it.
And shoots Pyrrha in the heart.
and then proceeds to burn her to
The
ash.
bait.
In front of RWBY. Right in fucking front of her. Have you noticed that RWBY's semblance is speed and she's not fast enough to save anybody?
She wasn't fast enough to save Penny. Why does it have to always happen to the best of the characters?
I know it's a stupid cartoon, but RWBY fucking sees this and she fucking loses it.
She goes insane, and just this burst of light shoots from her eyes.
It looks like Maiden eyes, but like much bigger. And the dragon starts wailing, and it looks like it gets caught in a nuclear blast. And Cinder sees it, and it goes, "What?" And then she gets caught in it too, and the first words out of my mouth were, "Die, you fucking bitch!" And I don't give a fuck what anybody says, and you assholes are not making me change my mind on this. Pyrrha's not gone, and Cinder's fucking dead until I'm proven otherwise. Because if Cinder's dead, the last thought in her mind was gonna be the little fucking Red Riding Hood that took her bitch ass out.
After all that hard work of getting the Fall Maiden shit, she was taken out.
I hope so. RWBY completely whited out until God knows how long after everything happened at Beacon. Back in what I can only assume is their little cabin out in the woods.
Back in Patch. Her dad, Tai Yang, voiced by Bernie, he tells her that she's okay and that Yang's okay.
Well, as okay as Yang can be.
RWBY asks if she's alright, and you know Tai had to force himself to not say, well, actually, she's all left.
Oh my god!
You need to feel better somehow.
I had to, okay?
It's okay. We're gonna allow you to have just one. Otherwise, you're gonna kill people.
Yeah, just this once for this episode, please.
Crow comes in and tells Tai Yang to beat it.
What, I can't stay here? Tai, please.
It turns out that even before the Maidens, before the Grimm, basically back at the beginning of time, people born with silver eyes were destined to be
great warriors.
best of the fucking best. The one thing that the Grimm fucking feared were the silver eyes. There are two theories. One, she's fought RWBY before and never thought much of it because of how easily she defeated RWBY. So now seeing that RWBY has power beyond her comprehension. She's like, what? This little pipsqueak's a threat? I think that the person she works for killed Summer and told her that that was the last Silver Eye. And that I think that the person Cinder works for said the Silver Eyes are the only thing that could ever stop us. And now seeing that there is yet another Silver Eye in this world, she realized that there's someone out there with a power more ancient and more mighty than anything she could ever hope to wield. So, RWBY goes to see Yang, who has completely lost her fire. She's given up.
I mean, she's been through a lot. Arms gone.
Weiss has been abducted by her dad because the tower went down. The kingdoms can't communicate anymore.
The last thing that everyone saw was Grim attacking and Atlas robots attacking.
So Weiss's dad took her back to Atlas where he thinks it's safer. And Blake, like the pussy I knew she always was, has run.
God damn it, Joma.
Dude, that's not even a pun. He's just being a dick to Blake.
Season 2! She promised that if anything would ever go wrong, she'd turn to her goddamn team. What does she do? She takes off!
I think she's gonna go and hunt down Adam herself so no one else will get hurt.
Anyway, RWBY is now, we think RWBY's on her own, but she's not. A couple of months pass, it goes from fall to winter. RWBY walks outside to meet Jean, Ren, and Nora, who have agreed to go with her to Haven, which is the only lead that they have. And they say that there's no guarantee they'll find anything, but it needs to be done. So the four of them set out. RWBY leaves the worst written note I've ever seen ever. I think it said something to the effect of, "Dear Dad, you know for a fact I can handle myself. I'm sick of sitting on my ass. I don't know what's going on, but you can bet your ass I'm gonna stop it. Don't try and stop me. Love, RWBY."
Or at least something to that effect.
With less cuss words, probably.
Anyway, the Jen Taylor narrator voice starts talking again, saying, yes, a simple soul can, in fact, invoke a spark of hope. It's amazing that humanity's greatest strength comes from hope, which is why I'm gonna do my best to snuff it out.
And
at that point, I was
just
confused how it all of a sudden went from her narrating
happiness to darkness,
all the way into as if she was actually like speaking as a character,
which she was. I think that Ozpin is in fact the old man from the story, the wizard from the Four Maidens story, because the voice says you were right to put your faith in humanity. When they're united against a common threat, the things that they do are great. But now that hope has been eliminated, they will start to crumble and fall apart. And it shows Glinda trying to put some of the city back together, and she can't. I think it's their hope is gone, therefore their strength is failing.
But yeah, she's talking directly to Ozpin.
And she tells him, even if you can bring this girl into this, but she will suffer the same pitiful fate. And then she turns to the camera and she looks horrendous, and she says directly to Ozpin,
"This is the beginning of the end, Ozpin. And I can't wait to watch you burn."
And you know, in retrospect, going back to the very first episode, with that whole exchange between who we now know as Salem and Ozpin, Salem saying there will be no victory in strength, and Ozpin saying, well then, victory will come in the form of a simpler soul. This whole series, all 3 volumes, have been a retelling from Ozpin's perspective to Salem. I think it's the original Winter Maiden. It looks a lot like the girl from the 4 Seasons World of Remnant. That's something we haven't thought about much. Where the hell were the spring, summer, and winter maidens during all this? You could say that Salem is one of them.
Is it possible for one person to possess more than one maiden power?
Maybe. 2 more things. 1, Crow tells us that Ozpin is missing, and that the whole time he's been away and all the missions he's been pulling, he's been doing them for Ozpin. But now that Ozpin's gone,
he needs to pick up where Ozpin left off.
And RWBY says, I saw Pyrrha. Is she... Crow looks at the ground and says, she's gone. He didn't say dead! And remember what Carolina said. I don't like goodbyes. I don't say it because if you don't say goodbye, they're not truly gone. They're just not here right now. Until I'm absolutely fucking proven otherwise, I'm not giving up hope. Fuck
Neither am I.
Salem. I'm gonna fucking fight. So we get to the end credit scene with Team Ranger, as we're gonna be calling it, heading out to Haven. The last vestige of hope we have right now. Crow's watching them from on top of a hill, holding Ozpin's cane.
Just jumps off of that hill.
And out pops a crow. Until next season, all you hunters and huntresses out there, this is Jomahawk.
Natsuji Goku.
Django Fett 23.
Don't give up hope. Don't give up light. Because we will fight. And we will make it to the dawn. Fucking bet on that.
Hey everyone, this is Natsuji Goku. This is just a small little plug. Gaming channel, and maybe a new channel in the links below. Click them if you're interested in seeing any of our new stuff. Jomahawk Rage and all his amazing rants while he plays Arkham Knight, anything. We have a few other projects going on, and we'll see you soon.
I don't have